What's up guys, it's Foz here. Welcome back to another video on the channel. Today we're going to take a look at a $500 blue inventory. Absolutely cracking on this. You're going to have some insane savings. I'm going to show you 3 different knife options because we get knife and gloves into this, which is pretty crazy too. Plus a whole bunch of skins. So if you do enjoy it, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button when you're around here, and let's dive right into it. Right, I'm going to clear up the gloves first of all. We're going to be running for some Hydra gloves, case hardened and field tested for $83.50. All the blue gloves, like the polygons and that sort of thing, were just a little bit too expensive. So I've gone for case hardened because they have that mix of like this black, the yellow, the blue, or the gold, not so much the yellow, but it's got this nice mix that will still play in really nicely with any of our blue knives. The first knife I have to showcase is a field tested Bowie Knife Bright Water. I love the Bright Waters for how good the wear looks on them. Obviously this is field tested. You can see some little markings around the knife, but it's absolutely cracking. $130 for this, and as I mentioned in the red and the green inventory videos, they're linked down below if you want to see them. We are running with the prices from third-party sites for this because when you're starting to spend this much money, especially for knives and gloves and just expensive skins, you should not be using the Steam Marketplace to buy them because you're going to get ripped off. Hello, good sir. Had to share the skins around, but yeah, we only use a third-party marketplace for it because you're going to save an incredible amount of money. So this is the first knife. The second knives are also going to be Bright Waters, but they're going to be factory new shadow daggers. Now, I know some people don't like how these look. I know the issue at the minute is they moved the crosshair in current Counter-Strike, but in Counter-Strike 2 that will be changed. $110 for these that look super slick. I mean, it's kind of hard to beat. I still personally prefer the Bowie Knife and field tested, but, you know, it's a nice option to have. And then what I think is a really interesting option, actually, with the case hardened gloves, is picking up a blue steel knife of any sort. Same goes for Bright Water, if you can get a Bright Water in your budget. Essentially, we assign roughly $200 for the knife and the glove combo. This is a survival knife blue steel, $139 well worn. For all our combos, you're spending anywhere between $200 and $230 for the knives and gloves. So a little bit higher, but you can make up with that for removing some of the skins throughout. You can let me know in the comments down below which set of, or which combination of gloves and knife was your favourite. I am a fan of this. I do like how the Bright Waters look, but I feel like this look of the blue steel kind of pairs into the case hardened gloves. And now it's most definitely time to speedrun some weapons. We're going to kick things off on the T side this time. We've got a factory new off-road, $50. Super cheap, but super nice blue skin. We're going to spend a little bit and pick up a front side Misti for the AK47. This is $60 factory new, trying to get as many factory news in here as possible. This is a fantastic skin. I love how the blue pops on it. There's a few different blue skins out there for your AK options, but I think this is a super clean one. Over on the USP side of things, it's going to be a USP blueprint in minimal wear for just under $10. This is a pretty clean blue USP. I don't think any of the blue USPs really called me too much, but it does fit in nicely. And then for the A1S, though, it's going to be the stunning Nightmare in factory new finally for $37. This is one of the best skins in the game in general, and honestly I'm shocked with how much detail and how slick this looks that it's still so cheap. And then, as you should know by now, we always have an A4 and an A1S. This is going to be the A4 the Emperor in minimal wear for about $40, without a doubt the best M4A4 blue skin that exists in the game. Now we have 2 pretty big spenders. You're going to spend almost $60 on your deagle, and you're going to pick up a Cobalt Disruption in minimal wear. This, in kind of normal Counter-Strike as it is now, isn't over the top, but this looks utterly incredible on Counter-Strike 2, which is why I'm going to suggest it for this. And then for the op, I'm actually going to go for the Cortesera. Now, this has never been my favourite op, but it's grown on me a little bit in recent times, especially for a blue inventory, because you're essentially looking at getting a Man of War as the other option, maybe a Hyper Beast if you want to count that in as blue. You can also argue a Neo Noir a little bit, but I don't think it's overly strong for the argument. This is actually a blue skin with a little bit of green. I think you can put a blue sticker on the scope for this, and it's absolutely stunning. For the P250, we're going to go cheap and cheerful, under $1, well under $1 for factory new the Ripple. And then the Pharmacist is going to be the After Image, $22 for a field test version of this. Unfortunately, outside of the very expensive Pharmacist in the Anubis collection, there's no good blue Pharmacist that exists at all. We're really desperate for one, Valve. Please release a nice value option. The 5.7, I've opted to go for the foil play rather than the monkey business. This is $3 for minimal wear pretty much. And I like it just because I want to say the lore of the game. I know it's not technically the lore, but just like obviously there's chickens on different maps, you get killed, stuff like that. I like the fact it's foil play, make play on words, plus the feathers on it. It's just kind of fitting for the game in itself. And then the Good Ill we're going to run for just over $4 for a factory new Rockerpop. As I always say every time I show this, one of my first skins I ever used. I absolutely love it. We are then going to have the Dual Beretta Urban Shock, a factory new for $2.55. These look super clean. All these Urban Shocks, Urban Hazards actually growing on me quite a lot. I like the camo plate and then just like this absolute shine that comes through them. I think Counter-Strike 2 though looks super good. One of the favourite scouts out there is going to be the lovely Abyss, and obviously this changes the more wear you have on it, but we've opted for a minimal wear version here. And now for a streak of factory news to come through. For the Tech 9, we have the Ice Cap, which looks super clean. Avalanche is another option in here, but I like that Ice Cap for the price. And then for the SG, we're going to have the Aloha, obviously a mix of purples and pinks. And I always say for this one, this is incredible for the price. That's the pistols out of the way, so we're going to have a look at the Acrylic next, which in factory new is $1.66. Obviously, it's mostly blue, and the top still goes black. I wish the scopes would change in this case, but maybe I'm asking for too much. For the MP9, we still don't have a good blue option, so we're going to have to kick off the SMGs with a goo. This is black with like this sort of really washed, like sort of grey look in the middle. It at least fits in and doesn't clash, and that's the main thing. We have a nice bright blue MP7 though with the Cirrus, which looks really nice. Obviously the little skull on it, but I think this is one of those skins that is super cheap, but for a blue inventory, like it actually matches these case hunting gloves super well. For the Mac 10, you could go with the Lapis gear, but I'm going to edge it out with the Oceanic. I think this is another skin that is just super clean, and I'm having this big appreciation for like the budget skins again. We sort of had this time of going towards, oh, the nice flashy expensive ones, but honestly, there's so many nice budget skins in this game that are overlooked, and I think we need to start highlighting it once more. For the P90, we're going to have the module, which is an interesting skin. There's lots of blue through it, and you kind of have like, I want to say almost like purple effect on it, but it's mostly blue, and it's kind of nice and factory new. I then absolutely love the UMP, which is going to be the exposure. If you're not a fan of this, we do have an alternative option for you. You could spend a little bit more with $3.28 and pick up a minimal or primal saber. Take your pick on that for which one you prefer. I've actually got both in the overall budget that we're discussing, so obviously you can cut the budget a little bit down by only picking one of them. Finally, I have a server that will let me inspect the MP5, which I've actually started using now rather than the MP7, and for this we're going to have the Agent. This one's super cool with the FBI on it. It's just everything ties in really nicely. However, Valve, I'm trying to build a red inventory, and there's not many good red MP5s, so if we can sort of fix that in the next drop, that would be greatly appreciated. Now for the heavies, for the XM, we're going to have the Slipstream. I've shown this in a few of the blue videos recently. It's just super slick for the price. We will actually spend a little bit big when it comes to the Mag 7. It's purely because I want a factory new Justice in here. It looks so good and pairs in with the Emperor that we had in the M4. And then the last weapon to round it off is going to be the Negev Man of War. This is uber cheap and minimal wear, but you know what? We had the budget. We could get a Negev in here. I kind of had to. So guys, that rounds off the blue inventory video. You can let me know in the comments down below which one is your favorite from this entire collection. It's always good to know that. In regards to the savings, I'm looking here. For these different combos, depending on the knife you went with, you're spending anywhere between $509 and $539. So I know in off-air we've gone a little bit over on this one, but there are some skins that you can like crop out of it. You can maybe go for a minimal wear rather than a factory new in some places, but that's what we're coming into. But the main thing here is that by using third-party sites instead of Steam, you save anywhere between $167 and $176. So this inventory that is between $510 and $530, let's say, would actually cost almost $700 if you were to buy it on the marketplace, and that $170 saving is exactly why you need to use third-party marketplaces. I'll stand by that one. But as I said, let me know which one's your favorite in the comments down below. Let me know what sort of themes you want to see continue moving forward. We've done a lot of the color themes, and we're getting to the stage where maybe we don't want to climb too crazy into the budget. So just let me know what your thoughts are on that one. As always, hit the like button if you enjoyed the video. Hit the subscribe button if you're new around here. We are trying to make that push to 1,000 subscribers, and all the support is greatly appreciated. Thank you very much for watching. We'll catch you in the next one. Goodbye.